Then I got a phone call when I got home yesterday from Brian Nicholson. Now, Brian is the guy who several years ago did that I Am Ogden photo book, and which I'm the only person in the book with two pictures. And it's black. It's a really nice book.
It's like a coffee table book.
Yeah, black and white photographs of people who he felt represented Ogden. And I believe there's one of me in there. I'm holding a radio, and I'm wearing an I Am
Ogden is awesome.
Ogden is awesome T-shirt. So I'm in the book. So he calls me yesterday, and he says, they have this time capsule at Union Station. I said, well, he said, 100 years ago, they sealed up this cornerstone. It was a time capsule. They said for 100 years, leave it for 100 years, and then open it up. And they've opened it up. So it was back in 1924, I think.
What'd they find?
I think it's kind of disappointing. But what they're doing is they're now doing a new time capsule and putting things in it, and they're going to seal it up for another 100 years. Here are some of the exciting artifacts they found in the time capsule. A copy of the building permit for the Union Station. Some newspapers.
Of course.
Ogden Standard, Salt Lake Tribune, Deseret News, the Salt Lake Telegram. Some photos of the Union Station. A letter from Union Pacific Railroad outlining the design of the station. A book of Ogden City laws and regulations.
How about a curse? Is there anything with a curse on it?
By the way, when they opened it up, a frog did pop out and start singing, "Hello, my baby, hello, my ragtime gal."
But did he, though?
No. A Monroe, and then a copy of the Monroe. Oh no, it was a Monroe Doctrine Centennial $50 coin. That's among the things that were in there.
I want a curse.
So Brian, they asked him if he would put his book in there.
That's a good idea.
Too big. It's too big.
Oh, it is.
But he's made a small version of it.
A pamphlet
with some binding. It's bound up. I haven't seen it yet. But he said, and you're the first thing on it. That's what they will see in 100 years.
You're on the cover, aren't you?
You're the first.
I'm the first photo.
Okay, that's it.
And I'm on the paper. I'm actually in the book 3 times because I'm on the paper cover, the slip cover. There's a whole bunch of little photos, and I'm in one of those.
Well, you're in more Ogden than anybody, so that makes sense.
But Brian said, I can't be there to put it in the time capsule. Would you come up and do it?
Oh.
And it's like they say they want you there, and you'll speak. You'll give a 2.5-minute talk.
Okay. Well, you know how to do that.
Yeah. And then they'll put it in the time capsule.
Well, what an honor! That's super cool.
It is kind of cool.
When
isn't
is
it?
this?
Friday. Friday. It's I have to be there at 4:45.
Do I have to drive you?
5 o'clock. My wife said she would take me up. I was all excited, and then I hung up with Brian, and I thought, wait a minute, I can't drive. I don't know. I could take the train, maybe.
Actually, you should take the train.
Yeah, except I don't want to. Just too much time.
I was going to say, it would dump you right there, wouldn't
it? Close.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. I'll look into that.
Yeah.
But at any rate, I thought that was that's kind of a nice thing.
That's great.
100, and so I'll be in that time. My picture will be there for 100 years, and I just would like to be around when they open it to say, who's that?
Katie, when you're doing our best of for today, make sure you label this segment 100 years, because maybe in 100 years, somehow this audio will find its way somewhere to be played then.
Well, maybe we
I don't know how that will happen.
If you can give me a physical copy of it,
a recording,
I will put it. I will say I'd like this to go in there as well.
Yeah.
Let's put it on cassette. And
cassette?
No. Okay.
Like a flash drive.
Just a little flash
MP3
drive.
or a flash drive.
And
seriously, if we can figure out how to do that, I think that would be.
It's easy.
And hello. What will the world look like 100 years from now?
Well,
people of the future.
No, here's what it will look like. Does anybody know how to play this thing?
People of the future. The reference of the frog singing in the box is a classic Looney Tune cartoon, which you probably can't watch anymore.
Hello, my honey.
It was funny.
Now, there's one other thing, and so here's what the mayor of Ogden said about this. Charlie Trentleman, by the way, historian and reporter, longtime reporter for the Standard Examiner, is part of all this, putting this together. But I just like here's what the mayor of Ogden said about the whole thing. This is a moment of history to be proud of, and we have a long history and past to be proud of. We may not be perfect, but we are Ogden, and Ogden is exactly what we want to be. It's exactly where we want to be.
That's a statesman.
That's
what that is.
That's
lead with we're not perfect.
We're not. That is Ogden in a nutshell. Hey, we're as good as anybody else. Ogden always has this sort of inferiority complex, but I love Ogden. It's where I'm from. It's where I was born. We have a long history and past to be proud of. We may not be perfect, but we are Ogden.
I'm going to steal Andrew's joke. People of the future, if you want to watch that cartoon, it will only cost you $1 million. Pay the Zaslav bot $2,000. See, and in the future, $1 million is like $10.
Yeah, that's just nothing.
You see, the frog would come out and sing.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby.
He would only do it for the guy who opened the box.
And no one else could see
and
it.
everyone thought he was crazy.
And then whenever anybody else he'd say, go sing, and the frog would go, ribbit. Wouldn't sing.
Wouldn't sing.
No.
It's well worth your $1 million to...
Brad says, we used to say if Salt Lake is the heart of Utah, Ogden is the liver.
Yes. Yes, indeed. That is truth.
That frog thing, it's what we used to call a shaggy dog story.